tell you which are the stocks that are going to be in focus today. And now let me take it across to Ashesha, who's standing by with all the list of likely buzzers in today's trading session. Good morning, Ashesha. Take it away.
Good morning, and let's start with D-Mart or Avenue Supermart. It reported its numbers over the weekend and largely in line with what the street was working with. Although margins have contracted on a year-on-year basis, it has reported a revenue growth of about 15% on a year-on-year basis. Like-for-like growth stood at about 6.8%, which was slower than what the company reported in the previous quarter. Remember, in the first quarter, LFL growth stood at about 7.1%. Meanwhile, Waaree Renewable Tech, this one has reported very strong set of second quarter earnings. Revenues shot up by nearly 28% on a sequential basis, and margins too have expanded to about 20.4% versus just 13.6% that the company had reported in the previous quarter. So very strong set of numbers that Waaree Renewable Tech had reported in the quarter gone by. Prestige Estates, meanwhile, on the back of some new launches, where the company said, and this we are getting to know from agencies, that they've launched 620 homes worth about 2,200 crores in Ghaziabad. So on the back of new order wins that have come through, keep an eye out on Prestige Estates as well. Phoenix Mills, meanwhile, on the back of strong operational update that the company has reported in the second quarter, retail sales grew by about 13% YOY, and this was supported by strong growth at key malls that the company reported in the previous quarter. Tata Motors, meanwhile, it will be the last day to buy shares to be eligible for the demerged entity shares, and the record date is tomorrow, so keep an eye out on Tata Motors. GK Energy, on the back of weak set of numbers that it reported, revenue declined by about 8% YOY, and margins too have contracted on a sequential basis to come in at just 17.7% versus 18.8% that the company had reported in the previous quarter. So GK Energy has clearly reported a weak set of sequential numbers. BLS International, meanwhile, on the back of some negative news flow that has come through. In fact, the company has informed the exchanges that Ministry of External Affairs has temporarily restricted the company from participating in new Indian mission tenders for a period of 2 years. So slightly negative news. Keep an eye out on BLS as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Ashesha, for getting us all those details. But let's also tell you which are the other stocks that you should be watching out for. And firstly, let's talk about Mahindra Life Spaces, because two positive developments coming in over here when the company has announced a land acquisition in Pune, which has a development potential of around 3,500 crores, and in Mumbai they will redevelop 4 societies which has a revenue potential of 800 crores. So two positive news flow on Mahindra Life Space. Other than that, Kiloskar Oil Engines will be in focus as well, as the company has received a norm for a slump sale of its B2C business to its arm effective October 11th. So that will be something that we will be watching out for. And Mankind Pharma, a positive development, as the deal with Mankind Pharma is seen to be concluding as the company acquires Bharat Cement women's health branded generics business for 797 crores via the slump sale. So indeed positive development when it comes to Mankind Pharma. Other than that, HCC will be in focus as well on the back of the order win worth 204 crores. That is something that we will be watching out for. But when it comes to Axis Bank, wherein we get to understand that RBI's letter of caution is being received, where they say that the bank should ensure strict compliance of its KYC norms, as the bank took corrective measures to align with the RBI. A bit of a negative development when it comes to the Axis Bank. Now, CAMS, the board has approved 1:5 stocks split. So this is something that we will be watching out for. And lastly, Zen Technologies will be in focus on the back of a new order win worth 37 crores from the Ministry of Defence.
All right, Srishti, then lots of counters to track today, but the much awaited Tata Capital